This video is brought to you by Onyx Off-Road. Welcome to our Onyx Rugged Adventure in the world's first off-road gooseneck trailer. This is our second day. We're going to continue on our adventure, so make sure to go check that first one. But we're going to hit some awesome stuff today. We're going to do Royal Blue, and then we're going to cross over into Royal Blue. We've got an elk viewing tower. We've got a designated dark spot for viewing stars, so hopefully we see some really cool stuff today. Let's get started. If you would like to experience our journey for yourself, or even just follow our route digitally, our entire route, along with pit stops, camping areas, overlooks, and destinations, will be available as a digital download via a link in the comments and description of this video. This was our campsite last night. We should have camped over there because the sun came right through there. It was a hot box. See if we can wake him from his slumber. That's cool. I don't know where it is, but
man, he doesn't even have a name. He's a Frenchman.
How do they know he was French?
Yeah.
I got the breakfast of champions this morning. King's Hawaiian pretzel rolls. If you haven't tried them, they're delicious. A little chipmunk. So all up here is elk, and there's these little gates, and it says Elk Hunt Zone 5. So I guess you can get a tag for an elk, and then come out and hunt your zone
On foot. And no firearms either. You gotta fight them.
You gotta fight them.
You gotta fight them. You can have a knife with a 4-inch blade.
So right here you can see on the Onyx map we're actually crossing the Cumberland Gap trail.
Bruce Gap.
This must be the Bruce Gap section.
Mm-hmm.
Cumberland Trail. Oh wow, you can see it. I didn't even see it. It's a hiking trail, but doesn't look very worn in.
No, they've got a sign on down there. It says Bruce Gap Trail 3.8 miles. So there's another 3.8 mile.
Oh, that
loop.
That's probably to the Bruce Gap Trail. The Cumberland Trail goes for
yeah,
like hundreds of miles. But yeah, that's pretty neat. We'll talk more about the Cumberland Gap coming up, but it's pretty interesting history. Uh-oh.
This is gonna be it.
At a centimeter. So this terrain's just like Windrock. The mountain was sloped like this, but then they came and just cut the side out of it for coal mining. So all that was a coal seam, and they just scooped it out of the side of the mountain here. So now you get these big, ginormous, about 40, 50 feet walls. And then you get cool little waterfalls and stuff coming off of them, and ponds below it. So there's a big pond right in here. The weeds and stuff are so tall though you can't even get in there.
You guys can see we're mapping this route on Onyx. You can kind of tell on Matt's phone there that we're riding right up on a ridge line. We're at the top of a ridge on a mountain. He has his in 2D. Well, you can switch Onyx to 3D, and there you can really tell that we're running up on a ridge.
You gotta spin it. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
this?
look at that.
You gotta go. Looks like we're flying.
And then if you really want to see it, you change your view here, and you can put it on topographical. It's still 3D or hybrid.
Oh, that's cool.
So it's topographical and the satellite.
Come on. My fingers are so dusty, it's not picking it up.
And it'll show you what property you're on, if you're on private property or state forest.
Oh no, we're on private property, we better go. I got plenty of fuel, I just checked my fuel.
Oh, cool.
And there's plenty.
We're in hillbilly country. We're right by Monarch Mine.
Listen to those cicadas. It's those loud ones.
Whoever says it's quiet and peaceful out in the forest, it's very loud in the forest. Especially when there's a Comanche. Yeah.
Check out all this old growth. It's really beautiful up in here. None of this has been logged, you can tell, for probably 100 years at least. It's so cool. Right here there's no ground cover, not a lot of ground cover, so you can really see up in there. That's just about the biggest vine I've ever seen in my life. You may confuse that with a tree, but that's not a tree, that's a Tarzan vine. Look at that thing. It's that big around. You couldn't even swing off of that.
This whole area is just a giant mess of vines. Look at that cluster right there.
That is ridiculous. It killed the tree.
Yeah, they're pretty cool though.
I wonder what kind of vine that is.
I don't know. That vine's probably half as old as that tree is.
It could be a poison ivy vine. They start off real hairy, and they climb up the side of the tree with those little hair tentacles. And then once they get to the top, they don't need those anymore, so they do like that, and then the vine actually breaks off the tree and just hangs from the top. If I find a young poison ivy vine, I'll show you guys.
Isn't that cool? So easy to maneuver that thing like that. Hairpin turns, not an issue. Silly goose on the loose.
Guys, I told you if I saw one of these, I would show it to you. So I was going along through here. You can see it right there. Right there. And here's the vine going up the tree. So that is a younger poison ivy vine. You can see it's still pretty big, but those are the hairs that it uses to climb up the tree trunk to try to get sunlight up there. This one's got even more hairs on it. Check that out. Hey Josh, come cut this open and rub some of the oil on your skin.
Been there, done that. Not happening.
All those leaves, it looks like the leaves of the tree, but you can see the difference. Most of those leaves are all the poison ivy. Pretty big. Alright guys, we just made it to the road. We're going to drive down this a little ways, and then we're going to get some gas and cross over I-75 and then continue into Royal Blue on the eastern side of I-75. There's going to be some really scenic, beautiful views, that kind of stuff over there. I'm not thinking that we'll see a lot of obstacles until we get into the Tackett part, which is even beyond that. So lots more obstacles to come, but for now, it's just overlanding. We're doing overlander stuff. If you want to be a real overlander, sometimes you just gotta sightsee, right, Josh?
That's right.
Both ways.
Subway?
Yeah, probably. Keep us from having to dig all that crap out. Yeah. Get it good and clean, Josh. Alright guys, it's actually not as bad as I thought. 15 gallons since we left the Windrock campground. Josh is calculating the mileage though to see what kind of gas mileage we're getting on the trail. So we've got, I think this is about 13 or 15 gallons here, and then we've got 6 and 6, and then 3 and 3. Our last leg from here is 70 miles. If we can't make it, you all right? If we can't make 70 miles, what we're gonna have to do is go about 20 miles out of our way on road. It's trying to steal my spotlight there. 13 miles one way, 13 miles back to get gas if we're not going to be able to make that 70 miles. So we also need to clean up our logos here. Nobody can see our cool paint job.
If you guys don't know what he's talking about when he says Trail 22 and the stuff that happened yesterday, go back and watch the last video. You'll see more stuff about this trailer and whatever else was going on. We had issues.
They already watched it.
Go back and watch it again.
I bet you guys watched it already.
Put it on repeat and just keep watching.
It was actually a really good one. Alright guys, coming across 75 now. We are at the North Cumberland Sundquist riding area. To get into this property, it's all TWRA land, which is Tennessee Wildlife Resource Agency. And so you need a pass or a permit. So to do that, you either have to have an active hunting permit and it be hunting season, or you can get a high use day pass or a yearly pass for something like a Jeep or a side-by-side. So there's a lot of trails out here that are fairly easy. It's mostly side-by-sides and four-wheelers out here. But they've got a map laid out here. There's lots of scenic riding. There's also a campground right over there that seems to be mostly side-by-side guys, but I'm sure they would put up with Jeepers too. So we're gonna go check out some of these viewing spots and see what this place has to offer. What are you doing there, Josh?
Like my screwdriver?
Yeah? It's great for its sharpness.
We lost the end of the plug to the fan.
Josh is gonna freak out if he doesn't have his fan.
It's hot. It's hot today.
You're obviously not from Texas.
No, and the Comanche is pretty hot inside.
you can push it over there. There it is. We also blew a fuse. Was it because you tried to stick that down in there without the end on it? We found the fuse. We shall have fan power somehow or another. Is that working now?
Yeah.
Okay, we still have the issue of the fan plug is broken, but we can hot wire that in, or we're not too far to go back to the gas station and buy an end for it. So we still have 3 more days of off-roading, and it's going to get hotter. Alright, we're just going to hot wire this fan right into the fuse box. It's got a switch on the fan itself, so. Oh! We have liftoff. Seems to be going faster too. It's way faster than it was going through there. The way we're parked, you can see how tough these super swampers are. So yesterday, when we started our adventure, before we made our modifications here, it was rubbing right up into here, and there was this sharp piece of metal just cutting into the tires. You can see all the way down to the cords in some spots, but they're still doing great. Knock on wood. There we go. We just added a bunch of tread.
Really good for water dispersion. What are those? Are those daisies? I'm not very good with my flowers, especially wildflowers. Here's the best find yet. Yummy.
This little scenic area. There's a little sign here. I guess you get these along the way of your route. Little info tidbits, but basically what this says is that these areas right here were natural, but ever since we started stopping wildfires or controlling wildfires, what that does is lets big ginormous trees grow up and take over these grassland areas. So what they do, the TWRA, is come in and to try to keep some of this natural, they do a prescribed burn. So it's kind of different from in California or places out west. They try to keep the things from burning. Here, to try to preserve things, we intentionally burn them. Out here, there's so many trees. If you go through there and cut down all those trees, 100 times more trees will grow up and take their place. So that's what they're trying to prevent in areas like this, so that the natural wildlife can still live out in this area. That includes elk, white-tailed deer, wild turkey, black bear, ruffed grouse, and eastern cottontail, non-game birds, mammals, and amphibians and reptiles. You can see them doing a burn there. Alright guys, check this out. Right here, Jason Vanover, huge shout out to him. He was telling me where to go, places to see. And right here, they're trying to get this area designated as a dark sky viewing area, which just means that there's not any light pollution out here. So you come out here at night and you should be able to see all kinds of stars, including the Milky Way galaxy. Let's go check it out. And then we're gonna go up to this elk viewing area, but you can see right here there's like a little parking area and turnaround spot. Not much of one, but there is one. And a lot of dead trees. Kind of a good view out through there. Yeah, this would be a great place for stargazing. You see any stars?
Only when I stand up too fast.
Well, you're missing the biggest one there is. Right there. That little guy? We were gonna camp here tonight, but it is literally only like 2:30. I think we're gonna press on. So if you guys are following our adventure, like if you are actually here doing this adventure, take your time between that spot and this spot, because we made very quick time. Or just do like us and we're gonna keep going. Since we already saw elk, we don't really need to hang around for the elk. But right in this area and over in this direction, there's supposed to be a lot of elk right at dusk and right in the morning when the sun's coming up.
We're stopping a lot because we're filming, so that takes longer. And we're pulling a Gooseneck off-road trailer. You guys out here in a Rubicon or a
Razor?
Forerunner or a Razor, you're gonna be going a lot faster than us. We're not doing anything tough. These are easy trails, roads today, so.
And as long as you are not on Windrock property, if you're on TWRA land, you can camp anywhere you like. So just find a good spot as long as you have your permit.
And if you go to Onyx Off-Road and you're using their map, there's little options you can click. One of them is you can see campsites. Another one of them, it'll show you by cell phone carrier where you have service and where you don't have service. So you can pick a spot where you have service, which is pretty cool.
I'm gonna pick a spot where you don't have service.
No!
It is pretty out here.
Yeah, it is.
It's very rare in this part of the country that you can have a view like this, because what has to happen is you have to have a wildfire, or you have to have a rock face, or you have to have a burn where everything's been burned.
Watch out for ticks.
Did you get a tick?
I don't know what that was.
I got a sweat bee.
That was a sweat bee. I had a bumblebee or a hornet on me a second ago.
All right, we got our photo op there. Let's head on to the elk view. Looks like we have a hike ahead of us. Asked a local who's right over here, and she said it's about a mile and a half up there, and got a little sign here that talks about the Sundquist area and the elk and the deer and the viewing tower. So this is where we are, and we need to make our way up to the tower. She said there's probably baby elk out there right now, so let's see if we can find some. Okay, Josh, turn around real quick. Okay. What animal has a short tail, weighs 10 to 40 pounds, and is 24 to 40 inches long, with short, dense fur and retractable claws, red-brown to gray in color, with white and black spots on their bellies?
White and black spots on their belly, that really throws me off. Red and brown with white and black spots on their belly. I have no idea.
Have you ever seen a bobcat?
No. Yeah, I mean, yes, but... Yeah,
have you ever looked at a bobcat's belly?
No.
Yeah. So on this walking trail, apparently there's more stuff to see. Got little... This is the native wildlife of the Hatfield Knob. What's the craziest one here? Let's see. The Indiana bat, the pine vole, coyote, black bear, red fox, copperhead, eastern timber rattlesnake. Nothing super crazy, I guess. We are in black bear country, so keep your eyes peeled. Josh, I got an idea. The next addition to the off-road Gooseneck trailer should be 2 off-road scooter, electric ones like George has.
Like George's, those are awesome.
Like there are some really nice ones. I can't remember who made them, but they would take this terrain no problem.
They go like 30 or 40 miles an hour.
I think more than that, like 45, 50, something like that on a little scooter. Could have been up here in 1 minute flat.
The Electric Mafia invades Tennessee.
Electric Mafia for life! What's our gang sign?
Our gang
Electric Mafia for life! So if you guys are wondering, elk used to be native to this area, but they had to what do you call it? Restore the elk population to this area.
Old dead elk, and make them nice again.
Yeah. They were first returned to Tennessee in December 2000. Let's go see if we can spot any. There's a tower. Oh, here it is. There's a tower right here. Yesterday I came within 20 feet of one getting me. Oh, there's one. I'll have to get out my better camera so you guys can see him. But I don't know that we're gonna top yesterday's elk spot.
Yeah.
Almost got gored by an elk yesterday. I don't know if you guys saw that or not. Oh yeah, they're all over here. They're like, yo, don't disrupt my peace, bro. I was thinking this was gonna be a sketchy tower, but this is nice. Oh, there's another one over there. They're all over the place. So despite the hike, which really wasn't that bad, this place was beautiful, and I recommend you guys going up there, making the short hike if you're in the area. It's a really neat place. You get to see elk, you get to see amazing views, and it is one of a kind.
And it was at this point that we knew we screwed up. The route that we had planned to take didn't exist, so we thought, oh, we'll come down this way and we'll make another route. Well, we really probably shouldn't have came down in here. But so now we got to try to turn around, which is easier than you would think with a trailer, because he can just back up into there and let the trailer spin around right here.
Figure out how to drive this thing, but we just came down the wrong trail, and that's what you got to do. You kind of got to flip it around. It doesn't require too much width, but a little more than just the width of a Jeep. You need about 2 Jeep widths, at least. What's next? So we're trying to get over to this waterfall that Jason told us about, but the route I had mapped isn't there. Like, there's not a trail there, so we're having to pave our own way. There is a trail here, but being that Sundquist is mostly side-by-sides, it's very, very narrow. We walked up there a little ways. We might have to break out the chainsaw, but it's our only path across the mountain to the area that we need to be in. What are you thinking?
I'm thinking we might get into something on up in there that gets crazy. It's sitting that heavily of a traveled trail. It's very narrow. There might be something crazy up in there, or washout or something like that trailer is really not going to like. The Jeep have no problem, but the trailer might have an issue somewhere.
My biggest concern, just from where we walked, there's a tree branch sticking right out in the middle of the trail that I don't think I'll be able to clear. We're going to have to break out the chainsaw, I would imagine, but we'll see how it goes.
This is a pretty decent grade uphill. It's no fun to walk, really. Little rock climb right here.
wish we had smell-o-vision right now and you could smell this mud. It's so tasty. So the side-by-side's no problem, they just come up here. What's up with all this mud? I don't know. Now looking at it from outside,
You may be able to get around.
I may be able to go around. It is broke. We could just winch it or push it. Hold on, I'll help you.
No longer a problem.
Pioneers.
So the one thing about Royal Blue, we haven't been here, but what we've heard is there is a lot of mud holes. We're up on the mountain and there's mud holes. I know when you get down in the valleys and stuff, where there's a lot of trails, but there's a ton of mud holes. This is all side by side, so the ruts aren't really that deep. I mean, there's not been many vehicles with 43s come through, so I think you'll be okay, but you're just gonna have to go for it. I don't think the trailer's gonna like that very much. It's pretty off camber up there. That's deep. That's deep. Oh my goodness, that's deep. Give her the beans! Beans! Don't stop.
I need a winch.
You gotta stay in it.
I'm gonna ground the motor.
Matt's not used to mudding.
I can tell. It's stuck. They start coming in the door. It is coming in the door. How's my intake? Is it still up high enough?
Oh yeah, you're way up. Yeah, go down do some Florida wheeling. Stay in it.
Just like it.
You're moving.
My alternator's underwater.
Your alternator's not underwater. Keep going. Is that all it's got? Is that all it's got for gas pedal? Coming up. It's coming up. We'll call it there. Almost made it. Like I said, there's no deep ruts. He should be able to go right through it.
4 inches of water over here.
It's draining. I just told him right before you went through that there's no deep ruts up here, so it's kind of lucky.
You were wrong.
I was wrong.
You were very wrong about that. Look at this. Oh, my door is full of... Oh, mud sucks. I hate mud. Oh, that alternator was bad and we needed to take it back. And they're gonna be like, was this used? Even if I would have kept going, there's no way I would have made it out. Because look, that's my diff. Just dragging right up the middle of that whole thing. Just no way I could have drove that out. Redonkulous. But you know what's crazy? I guess I wasn't spinning fast enough to sling mud up on the trailer.
No, your tires weren't spinning very fast at all. We may get into that again. If we do, as soon as the tires start slipping, just put it to the floor.
I don't want to throw mud everywhere. I'd rather winch.
If you winch, you stop. You stop, you're done. That's when you get mud.
Imagine my entire Jeep looking like this. That's what I don't want. We just added
a lot of weight.
A lot of weight to this thing. Just right there is like 30 pounds of mud caked onto this thing.
Maybe we'll get a water hole up here.
That was crazy. Need to check the other one. Oh! Oh! Yeah, I'm sure that's great for it. Look at this. Oh my goodness. Oh, great. Yeah, that's good. Oh, that's good stuff. All over my shoes and my legs. Josh, why did you live in Florida?
It wasn't because I wanted to. I actually washed a fish out of my frame before.
There might be some toads in here. Do you want a mud facial?
Yeah, I'm good. People pay good money for those though.
People wonder why this stuff stinks so bad. I'll tell you why. Because frogs live in there. And then people drive through there. And so half of this mud is just frog guts. It's time to break out that shower curtain.
We've gone 50 yards. This one looks a lot better than that one back there.
I should ask the frogs how deep it is.
This looks like nasty mud over here. That looks sloppy. This might wash off.
Maybe that far side.
Yeah.
Now I don't trust any of these dang mud holes.
Don't creep through it.
We're making like a little pot right there. Look at the shape of that thing.
Wasn't even deep enough to wash anything off. Yeah, this would have been the wrong way to go, especially up here. Rule of thumb is don't go in green water. Go in the stuff that's clear. We found a goat path.
It's better than the mud hole.
Yeah, it is.
I'd rather do this than get in there again.
Yeah. What did you just say?
We're not even on
know that the trail that it was supposed to be actually exists. This trail, this goat path, loops back around and puts us back where we started. I think we're going to try to turn around right here. I don't know if this is going to work.
I can get the trailer turned into there. We can probably
Okay. It's ridiculous, but what other trailer would you be able to turn around right here? I can get over here. Ow. Ow. Ow, I got thorns in my head. Yes, he's gonna have a problem getting the trailer around that tree. Snag on our path in the middle of nowhere. This is supposed to be the trail. Comanche on its own could do it. This is the bypass. This is doable. Trailer's probably gonna get really tippy right here. I think it'll come out of there. Wiggle it, just okay. So go clear up to the tree, then front dig over. Wait, hang on. That right side's getting ready to get real high on the trailer. Passenger, passenger. Nice.
this waterfall, this infamous waterfall we've been on the hunt for half the day. So we're gonna have to start looking for camp and try to figure out how to get out of here in the morning. There's not really any good camp spots right here because there's so much water, so many water puddles. It's gonna be covered in mosquitoes and bugs.
It's all just
And there's
brush.
there's no place to camp other than right in the middle of the trail.
And even then, there's open the tent.
There's no pull-off spots. I'm just pushing down trees.
Nobody's driven through this in a long time. But that side puts you on a tree and the camper's not gonna make it. Don't go up there. Go right through it. Good effort. If you would have been able to get back over here, you would have had it. Actually, see if you can back up. Washed a lot of the mud off too. So we can keep going until we can't go anymore. That way, if there is an issue with the starter, we're closer to the road.
We don't even know if we're going towards the road.
Alternatively, this is a decent place to camp.
Got some paper towels.
Yeah. So in our descent into the middle of nowhere, in the middle of the woods, you can see it's freaking dark. We're lost on trails that don't exist, and we've got a nice series of mud holes that, who knows, just picking one and going for it. I'm gonna get out of the way though. Woo, woo, woo. Oh yeah, it's bad trying to walk it. We're half freaking lost. So we're gonna wind up 5 hours later back where we started. Never ending mud holes right here. And we just have to send them straight through it. Holy shit. come through right here. Dropping down out of the trees. It's like a video game. That was a hell of a try. That's how you do it. That looked awesome.
Blood swinging in the back window. That's the only one I didn't close. Look at my view here. Oh, this way. Yeah. Look at that. Okay, yeah, that's why I didn't want to clean it up, because there's another mud hole. Who would have thought?
There's a mud hole?
Oh yeah, right there, a mud hole right in front of you.
Right there? That's a good one too.
Give me a break on the mud holes. Okay, here we go. 18th mud hole's a charm.
That was a charm. Hey, look. Looky there.
What is that? Another mud hole?
That's a mud hole. You guys can't see it, but I can almost see it. I can't see which. Oh, there it kind of wraps around a bit. Holy shnikes.
That's an awesome one. Just what I wanted. More mud holes.
Let's see this thing. Holy smokes. This is the biggest one yet. Flashlight's going dead, of course. Go Milwaukee.
This one's wide, so hopefully that means shallow. It's so wide though, we probably ought to put the rope on top of the hood in case.
If you're in the middle of it, yeah. So stay wide. Not necessarily right up on the edge, but close to it.
Which one? Right or left?
To the right side. So stay wide. Just wandering through the forest at night. Bears, bobcats, snakes, spiders. Okay, so easiest mud hole for him. I can't get around there though. I'm going in the mud hole. Oh no! Ah! I hope this isn't poison. This sucks. Really should have rode that one. Oh look! See the frog? Right there. He's right there. Oh, there's another one. There he is. That's a big boy. Oh, there's another one. Look at you.
Well, good morning, I guess. It's good if you're watching this. Sucks for us. We made it back to the mud hole though. I'm gonna call that entire loop a bust. Get out of here, Fly.
You can say it all nice and clean and PC. I call it something else.
That was a mess. We ended up last night getting on some four-wheeler trails and just having to push our way through mud hole after mud hole. And for those of you guys who enjoy mudding, man, I don't know what is wrong with you guys. This morning I was completely covered in mud still. I got freshly dressed, cleaned up a little bit, and not 5 minutes later I'm covered in mud again because the entire Jeep and everything, all of our stuff is covered in mud. Can't see through anything. Imagine my entire Jeep looking like this. It's just a disaster zone. Josh, that's why I didn't want to get on it too hard in the mud hole. I think I'd have rather just winched. Anyway, this is our sleeping arrangement here. Beautiful, beautiful. It's too early, I can't even think. What do you call this thing?
A hammock?
Yeah. Got the tent up there. It's a little bit small for two people unless you're cuddling, so I don't want to cuddle with Josh. He likes to cuddle, but I'm like, nah. So I got this hammock here. And I was going to do a walk around of the Jeep and the trailer.
But there's a drop off on the back side of the Jeep, so you can't walk around it.
No, I mean, I was gonna do like a walk around of the trailer and show them all the cool things we've got, but it's completely caked in mud, so I think I'm gonna have to save that for the next video if we can find a power washer somewhere.
Hair is turning my comb brown. It's just clumps.
So anyway, for the trail, do not come up this trail. I'm gonna mark that off of the route and we're gonna find a different way over to Tackett. I guess we're gonna miss that waterfall. So if you can find the waterfall, let me know how to get there because we can't do it on trail.
If you're on a side-by-side, well, first of all, buy a Jeep, but it'd be kind of an okay loop to go around. There's some pretty spots.
The mud holes is the issue on a side-by-side. The mud holes, you'd be covered
They just go around
up to your neck.
and make trails around everything else.
You look so pretty, Josh.
Yeah.
Oh no! We got mud on the gas cans!
Oh no, the trip's over.
Dang.
Nasty.
So, alright, remember that mud hole yesterday? We're gonna try to go around it. If we do get around it, down the road a little ways, we'll be back to where we started yesterday morning.
You remember that mud hole?
The mud hole. My floors are still wet from that stupid thing. Okay, this isn't gonna be easy.
I haven't walked this yet, but he has. He says it's gonna be tough. Pretty off camber up through there. Might climb this tree, and that's not a tree to hit. It's a very dead tree. Back up there. made it through it and lost it right there. Woo! Crisis averted.
Yeehaw, buddy.
And the beast emerges back from where we were yesterday.
We have a completely different colored Jeep. I'm gonna chalk that up to a mistake. Luckily, we're still on time because if you remember yesterday, we were running early, so now we're back on schedule. We might miss the waterfall, but we're gonna head left here and probably go down to La Follette, get some gasoline, and hopefully see if we can wash this thing off. We're supposed to get pictures for Onyx, but I'm gonna get pictures with it just like being mud colored. After that, we're gonna head over into Tackett. So in the next video, we'll be over in Tackett, which is gonna be even harder. We'll see you then.